This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com, and this is my 2021 Road to the Kentucky Derby video series. This week we're going to look back at last week's Breeders' Futurity from Keeneland, and then we're going to look ahead to the Champagne Stakes, the next Kentucky Derby 2021 points race at Belmont Park. But let's jump back to last week, and we're going to look at the Breeders' Futurity, which was a 1.16 miles at Keeneland. It could have been an important prep race too, because the Breeders' Cup is at Keeneland this year, also at that same 1.16 miles distance. Now in the Breeders' Futurity, if you watched my video last week, my top choice, Essential Quality, actually got the job done nicely. So I'm on the board with a winner for my 2021 Road to the Kentucky Derby video series with Essential Quality. That was a nice win. He tracked from second. He got on even terms with the leader after about 6 furlongs. Opened up in the stretch and then pulled well clear to win by about 3 1/4 lengths. Had a decent gallop out as well under Luis Saez. So Brad Cox is the trainer on this one. Tappet the sire. He's now 2 for 2. Nice stretch out and distance there to get the job done, and he should continue to move forward. Keepmeinmind was a 52-1 long shot, and he rallied from 6th place to get up to finish second, and then Superstock stalked from the inside post. He was best of the rest in 3rd, and then Upstriker ended up finishing 4th. He was the other horse to pick up some Derby points in that race. Now looking ahead to the Breeders' Breeders' Cup Juvenile, after the Breeders' Futurity now, an Essential Quality, I think he's got at least a decent shot in that Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's got that good tactical speed. He should work out a good trip. He's now 2 for 2. He's improving. He's proven at the 1.16 miles distance at Keeneland, so that's not going to be an issue for him. He's just probably going to have to run a bit faster. He did improve his speed figure from his first start to his second start, but he didn't earn a super spectacular speed figure in the Breeders' Futurity. But again, he's very lightly raced. These 2-year-olds can jump up at any time. It was nice progress from his first start to his second start, and now with the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, I think he's at least a solid contender to win that race, especially because it's at Keeneland. So now we're going to look at the next points race on the Road to Kentucky Derby 2021. It's going to be the 4th race at Belmont Park on Saturday, October 10th, 2020. It's going to be the Grade 1 Champagne for 2-year-olds traveling 1 mile around 1 turn on the main track. In this Kentucky Derby points race, 10 points to the winner, 4 for 2nd, 2 for 3rd, and 1 for 4th. And we have a 6-horse field. Ambivalent is number 1 for trainer Doug O'Neill, shipping in from Southern California. This one is 15-1 morning line. John Velasquez is going to ride. Mario Gutierrez rode this one in his first 4 starts in California. He's still a maiden after 4 starts. He has 4 starts with 2 seconds and a third. His career debut, 4.5 furlongs. He rallied to finish a good second. Dr. Scheibel was 3rd there. Dr. Scheibel's a stakes winner. He won some stakes races in California. After that race, he broke his maiden, and then he ended up winning the Del Mar Futurity. He hasn't run since then. So Ambivalent did finish in front of a good horse in his first start, and then in his second start, they jumped him right into Stakes Company, the Grade 2 Best Pal Stakes. He ended up finishing in even 3rd, but he was placed 4th through disqualification that day. And then it was back to Maiden Company in his 3rd start on August 29th. In that race, they stretched out in distance, and he finished 2nd. He stalked the pace. He took the lead. Wasperint for trainer John Sheriffs ran him down, and then that one came back and finished 4th in the Del Mar Futurity. So then Ambivalent tried turf in his next start and added blinkers. September 7th, again a stakes race, the $100,000 Del Mar Juvenile Turf. He battled up on the pace from the inside post. The pace wasn't that fast, and he finished 3rd, beating a length. The runner-up came back and won a stakes race on turf at Santa Anita last weekend. So Ambivalent, he's got some tactical speed. The distance is not going to be an issue, but he's going to have to run faster. They expected him to be a go when they paid $550,000 for him, but so far he hasn't been able to win. This is a tough spot, but a minor award's not impossible. The 2-run Casper run. This one is 30-1 morning line. In his career debut at Colonial Downs in a turf sprint, he finished 3rd. Then he broke his maiden in a dirt sprint at Colonial Downs, 2nd time out. He's going to have to run much faster against much better company. They paid $12,500 for this one, so they didn't spend a lot for him. He's already earned $28,000. He's bred to route, Go Zapper, a quiet American on the dam side, but this is a really tough spot for him. The 3, Civil War, he's 30 to 1 morning line, and he broke his maiden in a maiden claiming 40,000 dirt sprint at Monmouth Park on September 7th in his career debut, and he was 8 to 1 that day. 7-horse field, he rallied from last. He got up to win by a nose. He didn't want to load in the gate. He was all over the place in the stretch, and then down towards the inside, he was able to rally and score. So Civil War is one that a good pedigree for distance. Bodemeister is the sire. Dam sire, Birdstone, but again, coming off of a maiden claiming victory in this race is much tougher. The 4, Jackie's Warrior, is your 3 to 5 morning line favorite. 3 for 3 lifetime, and he ran well each time, up on the pace. First time out, Churchill Downs, June 19th, 5 furlongs, stalked from second, pulled well clear to win by a couple lengths. The runner-up was a next out winner. Then in the Saratoga Special, in his second career start, a grade 2 at Saratoga, stretching from 5 furlongs to 6 furlongs, went right to the front, won by an easy 3 lengths. Then his third career start, he went from 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs. And in that one, the grade 1 Hopeful, again, got out there, controlled the pace, won pretty easily, geared down by a bit more than 2 lengths. So now he's stretching out another furlong. So he stretched out a furlong each time, from 5 furlongs to 6 to 7, and now to 8. I think he's going to start to reach some distance limitations at some point because his pedigree, top and bottom, is really tilted towards sprint races. And so far, no problems for him. And I don't think a 1-turn mile is going to be that big of an issue, especially in this race where there doesn't seem to be a lot of pace. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got out there and controlled the pace again, but he's really not going to offer any value. He's 3 to 5. He's going to be every bit of that, if not lower. The 5 in here, Reinvestment Risk. 8 to 5 morning line for Chad Brown. He's your second choice on the line. They paid $280,000 for this one, and he paid dividends right off the bat in his first career start at Saratoga on August 1st. Stalked the pace in a 9-horse field, sitting in 4th, took over after a half mile, and he just sprinted clear. He won by almost 8 lengths that day, and just based on that effort, he was made the even money favorite in the grade 1 Hopeful second time out. But he was no match for Jackie's Warrior, but he certainly was not disgraced at all in that race. He never gave up. He stalked the pace. He kept chasing. He was 5 lengths back in mid-stretch. And then, as I said, Jackie's Warrior was geared down, but Reinvestment Risk was trying all the way to the end, was beaten by about 2 1/4 lengths. And he was gaining at the end, but the winner was geared down. But still, it was a good, solid effort. Now, there's every reason to think that he could get better as distances increase. Upstart, the sire on this one, Upstart finished second in the Champagne Stakes when he was a juvenile. The dam on this one, Riding with the Devil, she broke her maiden in a 7-furlong race at Belmont Park. So we know that Upstart could handle Belmont. The dam, Riding with the Devil, ran well at Belmont. The dam sire, Candy Ride, gives more stamina to this pedigree. So for this one, for Chad Brown, he's going to stalk the pace. And I think at this extra furlong that he's going to get, maybe he can reel in Jackie's Warrior. Finally, number 6, Midnight Bourbon. This one already has Kentucky Derby points, finishing second in the Iroquois Stakes. That was the first Kentucky Derby points race on September 5th at Churchill Downs. All 3 of his races have been at 1 mile. Ellis Park, 1 mile, around 2 turns. First time out, set the pace, finished a distant 3rd. Second time out, easily broke the maiden at Ellis Park on August 22nd, tracking from second, pulling well clear. And then last time in the Iroquois, stalked the pace wide, had the lead in the stretch, couldn't hold on, finished a solid second there. So this 1-turn mile should be fine. An outside stalking trip, 6 to 1, he'll offer a bit of value. So Midnight Bourbon is not completely out of this. Stalking outside, I think Ambivalent, the one I said, as a maiden, I would not be surprised if he maybe finished 3rd or 4th. A little bit higher would be certainly a surprise. The 4, Jackie's Warrior, certainly the one to catch and beat, but I'm going to go with the 5, Reinvestment Risk, to turn the tables on Jackie's Warrior. I just think he's going to improve in his 3rd start. It was still asking a lot for him, even though he was even money second time out, coming off of 1 race facing grade 1 hopeful winner Jackie's Warrior. So Jackie's Warrior was already a graded winner coming into that race, and that one Jackie's Warrior had 2 starts coming into the hopeful. Reinvestment Risk only had that 1 start, and that was a solid effort in the stakes debut in the hopeful. So now going to the Champagne, getting another furlong to work with. I think if he can just stay close enough to Jackie's Warrior, turning for home, I think he can reel that one in this time. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, make some comments in the comment section. Who do you like in the 2020 Champagne Stakes? And that will wrap up this week's video. That'll do it for the points races up until the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, which will be in November, the first weekend in November. So we'll get back and we'll do a Breeders' Cup Juvenile preview as my next Road to the Kentucky Derby 2021 video series. But until then, good luck at the races.